Hi, guys. Yes, I have a smile on my face. Let me move this over. Let me see if I can bring this my live up on my phone. Cause one time I did. Let me see if I can figure that out again. Oh, fat pot belly Dusty over there with his big bubble butt. Appity, petite, appity, petite. Don't you eat about my brother. Oh, you meet the puzzle, his brother. Don't you meet my brother? Ah, petite, petite. Hi, everyone. Okay, guys, I have got to tell you something. It's going to take about 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes. Got to wet my throat. I got my diet Georgia peach tea. I tell you, those infusions have stopped me from eating ice. I have not craved ice. So they're working. I have not craved ice. Hey, let me tell you all what happened. I don't know where you all are spiritually. I don't question anyone's spirituality. Whatever you have a higher power, whatever whoever your higher power is, I don't know. Because no, hi, but God just give me 5 to 7 minutes. As you know, or you don't know, um, Friday was 1 year. I made it 1 year. I made it. I didn't think I was. I mean, I knew I was gonna make it breathing, but I didn't think I was gonna make it 1 year sane. But I made it. For the past 12 months, hey guys, I have not had not one dream with my husband in it, not one dream. And I wanted so badly. I wanted to dream of him, and I kept asking God, why won't you give me a dream? Why can't I ever have a dream with Skip? I want a dream. I wanted a dream so bad. And I couldn't get what I wanted. And I felt I was upset because I felt that you took him away from me. You didn't give him back to me. I didn't get what I wanted. Why can't I get a dream? Why give me that? At least give me a dream. I never got a dream. 12 months and I never got a dream. I went to sleep Friday and I got like an hour, no more than an hour and a half. But during that hour and a half, I could tell you what happened to me. I had my first dream of Skip. And that dream freaked me out. And I'm gonna tell you why it freaked me out. Because I always slept, I always sleep on my left side because of the way my right side is. I can't sleep on my right side. I always slept on my left side. And Skip always slept with his arm over me. Oh my God. I had this dream that I actually felt Skip's weight against me and his arm over me. And it felt so real that he was in my ear. I could hear his voice just as clear, but I couldn't understand what he was saying. And I kept going, Skip, I can't understand you. I cannot understand you. But I felt like I was being weighted down and I just couldn't shake him. It felt so real. It freaked me out. And instantly I woke up. God, it felt so real that Skip was right there lying next to me on his side of the bed where his urn is next to me. And he had his arms around me and he was in my ear so clear. but it was just gibberish. I didn't understand what he was saying. It just sounded like some kind of foreign language, and it was just a bunch of gibberish. And I kept saying, Skip, I don't understand you. I can't understand you. And it freaked me out so bad. So that morning, later on that morning, my spirit was just shaking. I just couldn't shake it. The rest of the day, I couldn't go back to sleep. I was all worked up. So I called someone. I called a cousin of his who's a very spiritual person. And she said, Michelle, Skip never left you. She said, do you believe in the spirit world? And I said, kinda. I said, because I can't say I do, I can't say I don't, but I do believe that the spirits walk the world, and I do believe my husband is still with me in spirit. She said, maybe there was a confirmation from Skip telling you it's okay. You can start living. And I guess I kind of listened to her, and she talked to me. She talked to me for a long time. And she made me feel so much better about that dream. She said, maybe he decided to come to you when he feel you needed him to. You didn't need him for these past 12 months to come to you. Maybe that was his way of letting you know and giving you confirmation that he understands. It's time for you to really live. And I was scheduled for that cooking class, and I did. I had changed my mind. I wasn't going. I said, I don't want to go. I don't feel like going. And I'm so glad I did. So yesterday, I officially joined the world. I went to the cooking class. I met people. I laughed. I had a good time. I felt like me because I am a people person. I like to joke. I like to play. And for the first time of the year, I felt like me. I felt like myself. I had a good time. Um, I didn't cut not one vegetable because the tables were too low for me to stand up and cut anything, and I didn't like their knives. And I did. I Guys, you just don't know. I felt it was like I just felt like I was being weighted down. I did. I said I wasn't going. I was just gonna stay at home because my body needed to unwind. I needed to sleep. But I got up and I had myself a ball. And because that Friday, Caitlin and I, we bawled our eyes out Friday morning. And I did Friday morning. I spent crying and yelling at God and yelling at Skip's urn and hitting the bed and throwing pillows and lashing out in anything I could. And that was my right to do so. But and then I spent all day Friday, me and baby girl. And I did. I went and bought a little 6-inch cake to celebrate his life. And I had them write on it. And but I'm telling you, that dream freaked me out. I have not been able to shake it. And so then, and it's amazing. This morning, I went to, I opened up my church live stream, and the sermon was called "Being Content." And I said, "Oh wow!" I just got messages being thrown at me all the way from everywhere about being content, and I was like, "Am I content?" you know, I mean, how much contentment, have I accepted? And so I got up and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna make a short video for you guys this morning. It wasn't anything. I didn't cook or anything. I don't feel like cooking right now. But I'm going to share all my videos all my cooking recipes that I'm learning because it's all African food. And like I said, I got out of my comfort zone yesterday because I've never cooked African food. But I had myself a good time. Let me give myself some hearts. Ha 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 ha. Now, I mean, That was the strangest thing. And I don't know if any of you guys understand what I'm trying to communicate, or if you have experienced anything like that. But it's like she said, maybe that was skills well telling me, confirming that it's okay. It's time for me to rejoin the world. Start, you know, like someone said that knows exactly how I feel. Um, Moving on doesn't mean I'm leaving him behind. I'm not leaving him behind. I'm just trying to learn to find a new way of living, and that's it. Since I lost my mom, you have been there for me. Oh, thank you, Rufus. We're all here for each other. Someone told me they just lost their mom this past Tuesday. Grief has many layers. It's just like an onion. I'm still peeling layers. I will always continue to peel layers. And someone told me it's in my grief group. It's been 5 years, and she's still peeling layers. Um, I can't tell you when I'll stop, but there's no one else in this world for me. I gave my best to him. We grew up together. 35 years is a long time. And I'm not being funny, but some of these men out here are they looking for nurses, purses, mamas, chefs. When I say chefs, I mean they looking for somebody to cook them some food, and they ain't buying the groceries. You know what I'm saying? And you're not laying your head up in this house, and you're not riding in the passenger seat, and you dang sure ain't gonna be in the driver's seat of that car. Okay? All right, let's get that straight right now. You know? Because I only answer to two men, the good Lord and my husband. But now I answer to my son now because he kind of act like my daddy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Oh, I love that man so much. And he loved me back. Oh, we loved each other so much. We did. Y'all see I'm blushing? I'm blushing because I love him so much. We loved each other. Oh my goodness. I had such a soft life. Oh, I had such a soft life. People may have thought we were boring because we were squares. And being a square is a good thing because we had no drama. I could come home every day from work. We had a peaceful house. He could come home and he worked from home as well. We had a peaceful life. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. No drama. Just a peaceful life. And I plan to keep peace in my life. You know. Indian in chat. Hi, elusive man. Hey, Indian chat. I have all of your spices from India. Yes, I did. After I had made it butter chicken and I started researching, and I had got some sumac and I started researching and I started falling in love with those spices. And they smell so good. So I had ordered those spices, those Indian spices. And so I have some things, I'm a little, you're not late. Lavender Pause, you are not late. I've only been on here, I don't know, 13 minutes. Yep. So I'll tell you what happened. Y'all know I'm learning TikTok. And I went on TikTok. Matter of fact, somebody from India came in. They were young. They had their face all covered trying to hit on me. To my, hey, baby, are you single? Goodbye. Goodbye. But yeah, like I said, what did we make yesterday? We made jollof rice, no meat, and then we made spicy chickpeas. I have never in my life had a chickpea. Oh my goodness, though, that chickpea dish was so good. And they left out the cayenne pepper because it was a lot of us. It's a senior cooking class. And at the end of the class, because there are 6 sessions, and they hold one session every 2 weeks. So at the end of our classes, we get a Vitamix blender. I don't need a Vitamix blender. I have a Ninja blender system. the whole system. And I really just want to go to the classes. You know, who knows? I may gift it. I may gift it. You know, I really don't need it. I don't need a Vitamix. I'm just I had so much fun yesterday. Who knows? I may decide to get to gift it to one of you. So I have no interest. I don't really need a Vitamix because I rarely use my Ninja um thing. When I used to be, no, I'm not. Oh, you know what? I'm telling you, Rufus, a chickpea. I have never had a chickpea until yesterday. It was that those they weren't spicy, but they used tomatoes, turmeric. Um, like I said, these are African dishes. That the chickpea was better than jollof because I've had jollof many, many, many times. But normally when I've had jollof rice, it was with either chicken or my friend Cece Biscuit would put an oxtail in it. And but it's been years since I've had jollof. But oh my goodness, thank you, SG. Thank you so much for the super. But that doggone, I am definitely going to make the I'm definitely going to make that again. That was so delicious. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna definitely gonna put everything that I learned. I'm gonna put the recipes on the channel because in addition to us preparing, because they divide you into two teams, and you pick but they ask you what you able to really choose what table you want to go to. Now the next recipes they have, they showed us the ingredients, but they didn't tell us the recipes. And it's going to be a mixture of, it's going to be two different recipes, but they just show us a list of all the different ingredients, and I can't remember them all. I just remember different berry. They're going to have different berries and fruits, different greens. I remember it being chard, kale, collards, spinach. Hey, Don Fold for a game. I hadn't seen you in a while. Long time no see, Don Fold for. Where have you been? Hey, retirement. How's baby girl? That's her dog. She has the most beautiful dog, guys. She's a cook too. She makes comfort foods. Guy, go to her channel and check her out. She does a lot of comfort foods too, and she lives somewhere where they get snow, like mountain type snow, and her dog is white as the snow, baby girl. She has a beautiful dog. I love her dog, but she won't give her to me. My dog has big butt, pot belly. He's not the cute little Shih Tzu that you all probably used to seeing. He's cute, but he just a little piggy. And I'm telling you, but I haven't done any cooking. Hey, Euro Castellanos. Llanos is two L's, right? Alden Pereira. Now, I can't, it's not two R's, so I had to roll my tongue. Let me see. Hold on. You need to come to Ireland. I have a recipe for Irish stew. Guys. Okay, now I'm getting myself together. Hold on. Let me show you something. I got my paper. Hold on. Ooh, have you made yoli cake? Yoli cake. What about Indonesia? Look, I have my strips back. I have my jar. Let me throw that away right there. Right there. And I have my pen. Well, put my phone right there. So I am good to go. I'm gonna clear my. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Oh, hold on. Okay. My Dexcom lost signal, so it's got to reconnect. Look, I pulled out my Skips PS5 manual because I told y'all I turned the thing on and lights came on it. I thought I broke it, and Caitlin said I didn't broke it. I just turned it on. So I had to put this up because I am going to learn how to use that thing because it's just been sitting there collecting dust. And my niece's son is 5, and he wanted to play, but nope, I don't want it torn up. Nope, nope, nope. Only person that's gonna play that is me, because Caitlin has her own in her room. And so, oh, hold on, guys. I don't know anything about that thing over there because it's been sitting like that since January 23rd, 2024. I don't know anything about it. I just know it's called PS5. He had 3 controllers over there and they're on chargers. I do know that much. I mainly listen to oldie R&B, and I listen to gospel music, oldie. Well, some not all oldie gospel music. I don't really. Oh, but I do like that little cute little song that's out by that girl. I think her name is Rose or Rose. Ah, petite, petite. I like that song. It's such a catchy tune. And I always wanted a brother. I like that Lion King song. Oh, guys, me and Caitlin, we saw Mufasa. Um, Friday, we saw Mufasa. It was good. I would love to see it again, but for free. Movies are expensive. I did not know. And that was a middle of the day movie. It was, I was really surprised that movie theater was had as many people in it for it to be in middle of the day. That was a really good movie, wasn't it, Yuri? I liked it. I don't know why Americans are so upset because they say brother instead of brother. They're British. Okay? They're British. Okay? It's like I had a boss that was British. He could not say my name, Natasha. He called me Natasha. It didn't matter. I knew he was calling my name. He always said Natasha, Natasha. He couldn't say Natasha. Didn't bother me. I liked this. I liked it that way. And but I just loved it. But you know what I didn't understand? Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you guys what happened because you all need to see it for yourself. Well, you know what? I'm telling you what you're gonna do. You're not gonna. Some of you not gonna go see it. You're gonna go on Wikipedia and read the plot of the story. And you're gonna know what happened anyway. But there's gonna be. Oh, someone told me Lion Guard. It's gonna be. They're gonna make another one because of what happened at the end. It's gonna be a Lion King 5, 6, or whatever. Whatever. What is this Lion King 4? Lion King 5. Well, whatever it is, it's going to be another Lion King. Because of the way Mufasa ended, they got to carry on that storyline of Mufasa's family. And I'm not talking about with Simba. A minute. Mufasa. Hold on. I'm confused for a second. Okay, never mind. Okay. Simba daughter is Kiara, whatever her name is. Okay. He had a daughter. Well, they got to carry on that bloodline, so they got to make one more. They have to make one more. They got to make another one because they left the bloodline story open, so they're gonna do it. But I wonder how it's gonna look like if they're making another one. I think what they're gonna do is gonna be some random crazy. I think Scar. I think Scar went off when he was out there running around with the hyenas and with the crazy other. Remember when Scar went away, he was acting a fool with the other lions. I think Scar went out there and had a baby with one of them lionesses, and Scar's gonna end up having some random out of wedlock cub. Scar's got some out of wedlock cub over there. Cause Scar was not the marrying type. So Scar's got some out of wedlock cub over there named Tiki Taka, because his name was Taka. So Scar's got some out of wedlock cub over there named TikTok. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I never thought about that. Why did Mufasa banish the hyenas from Pride Land? Yep, that's a question that needs to be answered. Maybe because they laugh too much. Hyenas, even in real life, hyenas laugh. Philadelphia Eagles or Washington Commanders? Philadelphia Eagles, because their colors are prettier. Yeah, I'm telling you, Scar went over there and to help playing with those crazy hyenas. Scar was over there messing with those crazy lioness, and he had him an out of wedlock baby, and he named that baby TikTok. And he named that cub. I'm telling you, Scar had two children over there we haven't seen yet. He had a son named TikTok, and he had a daughter named Tika, and she's gonna come over there, and TikTok is gonna fight Mufasa's son, and Kiara is gonna gonna fall in love with TikTok. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. And I'm telling y'all, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be one blended family in Pride Land. It's just gonna be one big happy family over all of Africa. And that'll be the end of Lion King. And I'll be so sad because in this closet, because my son used to work for Disney, and I have all of Lion King, and I have the ones that was in the vault. So I'm never getting rid of them because I love Lion King. So, oh my God, Auntie, you're so right. I'm telling y'all, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be one more Lion King that's gonna wrap it up because Scar got children over there out of wedlock with those crazy violent lionesses. Mm-hmm. He's probably got 2 or 3 by different lionesses. Because you really, lions, the only smart lion was Mufasa and Simba. In real life, lions are dumb. I thought lions was really, really smart. In real life, they are dumb. The lionesses are the smart ones. Hint, hint. Yeah, in real life, a male lion does only like cubs that he fathers. But when a lion is cubs, if the lion did not father those cubs, he wants to kill them. So a lioness cannot mate when she is nursing. So what Godzilla, not Godzilla, you know what? They took Godzilla too far when they made Godzilla fight King Kong. I like Godzilla movies. I don't know who Godzilla's in Japan, right? When they're going Godzilla's in Japan, right? But that's the Godzilla I like. I didn't like the Godzilla when they brought Godzilla to America. Godzilla need to stay where he is because those are the best ones. I like the Godzilla. Yeah, I like that Godzilla. I wasn't a fan of King Kong. No. And then when we went to Island of Adventures, that King Kong ride, because it had them giant slugs, I couldn't ride that ride because I didn't know it had slugs in it. And that's, even though they were on like a screen, it just, I don't want to talk about that anymore. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I like Godzilla. But I like the Godzillas when Godzilla is in, wait a minute, King of the Monster. Yeah, Those big giant slugs. It made my skin crawl, and I don't like stuff like that. Mm-mm. Have you heard of Shin Godzilla? No, I haven't. Let me write that one down. Because I YouTube Godzilla's movies, and but see, you all are young, probably a lot younger than Auntie. Because Auntie used to couldn't wait to get home from school to watch this Japanese children's show called what was it called? It had Goldar, Zodak, Goldar, Silver, Gam. It was called Space Monsters. It was these robots that infiltrated Earth, and Rodak was a bad guy. My favorite animals are the cats. I love leopards, panthers. Those are my favorite animals. I like the big cats and bears. I love. See, Rufus, I'm 57. You're too young. If you YouTube Space Monsters, you'll see Gam, Rodak, Goldar, Silver. You know, they used to fight alien monsters that would inhabit the earth. And they used to have a lot of like Godzilla type monsters. And they would blow fire from their mouth. And I couldn't wait to get home from school because they came on every day at 4 o'clock. And then before that, the Flintstones came on. I've seen War of the Worlds. It kind of reminds you of War of the Worlds, except the the good guys, they could turn into rockets. They would do this and they would turn into rockets. They were robots and they could turn into rockets by doing it. Was a mama, a daddy, and their master was named. His name was what was the name? I think his name was Methuselah. But he was their creator or whatever. And then the Lugo men were black, and the Lugo men, they you never saw their face or nothing. But when they would be terminated, they would turn into black melted wax and just go all over the ground. They were called Lugo men. You guys have to YouTube it to actually understand. Let me see if I could, since I'm on live on my computer, I could YouTube Lugo men. Not Lugo men, lost in law. Space, is it Space Monster? Let me see. Let me just type in Rodak. Then they'll probably get a better idea. Yeah, yeah, this is it. Space Giants. It was called Space Giants. And yeah, see, that's a robot. Y'all probably can't see it. Yeah, Goldar and Rodak. That's Gam and Miko. He could blow his whistle and he would call Goldar. That's Goldar. That's Rodak with an afro. Robot with an afro. You have to YouTube it. Yeah, that's Goldar. That's Rodak. I am a robot created in another galaxy to prevent you from conquering Earth. You're going to fight me. It was real corny, but back in the 70s, it was good. Because like I said, it was like back in the 70s, 1977, 78, something like that. But Rodak was a space monster with the afro, with a curly, coarse afro. Don't go there. We don't know where it came from. But he was in Japan. Okay? He was in Japan. All right? He wasn't Scooby-Doo. He was in Japan. And I don't know where Miko came from, because Goldar was the size of a skyscraper. His wife, Silver, was the same height as me. And I don't know where Gam came from, because Gam was like 8 years old, the size of an 8-year-old child. Oh, Rufus, I am a Trekster. I love Star Trek. I love Star Trek in this generation. I love Star Trek. I like them all. But the next generation did happen to be my favorite. Yeah, what is it? Oh my God, hi Auntie. Hey, Echo. Yeah, man, it's something. for you all will look at it and laugh and wonder, how could they watch this? Why were they watching this? What was wrong with these kids in the 70s? But one thing about us children growing up in the 70s and the early 80s, our parents knew where we were. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't need cell phones. We made our own activities. Cartoons came on from 7 a.m. to 10 o'clock on Saturdays. After 10 o'clock, that was it. No more cartoons. I remember the Gremlins. Wasn't Gizmo cute? My friend dog name is Gizmo because he's a Yorkie because he got real big eyes. He's a strange looking thing. And she named him Gizmo. Gizmo was so cute. And we looked at Dukes of Hazzard. We had Fred Flintstone. They couldn't start the car unless they run. My friend I used to work with, she had a car. And when she would crank up her car, she used to have her car door open and she used to put her foot out and do like that and make her car start going. So we used to call her car the Flintstone car. We had Scooby-Doo, Lost in Space. We had some of everything. Bye, Yuri. Thanks for coming in and having conversations. Thanks so much. We had so many shows. We had What's Happening. I didn't like Good Times. I never liked Good Times. I liked 80s and up. But my favorite shows was Dallas. My favorite dramas were Dallas, Charlie's Angels, Falcon Crest, Knots Landing. I liked 80s enough. I used to love Little House on the Prairie. I like the Waltons. I like What's Happening. Believe it or not, What's Happening was a show that came on. I think it ran from 1974 to 1980, something around there. Kaylin loved What's Happening because the sister was a really sarcastic little girl. She kind of reminded me of myself because I used to tell on everybody when I was little. But I could never do this right here and say I would not tell on you for a nickel or a quarter. My siblings will break my hand. I couldn't get away with that. They would beat me up. But yeah, I love What's Happening. And I didn't even know the mom had died when she died. But Mabel, you know what? Well, you know what, Rufus? What do you think was the most shocking thing about Rerun? What do you think was the most shocking thing about Rerun's real life? Besides him being able to dance the way he did, or it had nothing to do with his weight, nothing to do with his health, nothing to do with him being his talent. What, Rufus, what do you think is the most shocking thing that you could hear about Fred Berry? He was a wife beater. He beat his wife all the time. He beat that woman. His wife runs a YouTube channel. Her name is Elsie Berry. She runs a YouTube channel. She was married to him. He was a chronic wife beater. Yes, he had a wife. And she stayed with him until he died. She was best friends with Steve Harvey's, I think, second wife or first wife. Yes, yes, he did. He was beat her to a pulp. He's beat her to a pulp. Yes, I loved Rerun, and when I read the stories, and it wasn't stuff that just came from her. This stuff came all about even before he died. It were allegations, and it's amazing how things go on inside Hollywood, and they don't talk about it until that person dies. Now they do, but back then they didn't. They didn't talk about it until after that celebrity dies. Then everyone starts telling, oh, they did drugs, they were an alcoholic, They did this. They used to beat their wives. They used to beat their girlfriends. They had multiple mistresses. They had multiple women. And that really, just go to show, they're they're no different than regular people running around. But everybody ain't being their wife to a pulp. It's 3:27 p.m. Yeah, he was a chronic, he was a wife beater. And you know who else? Yeah, and she tells her now, Elsie Berry, she tells her story. Now that it's all, once everything came out, she started telling her story. Oh, my friend dated Raj. I have a girlfriend that, because she lived there in California. She dated what's his real name? What was Raj's real name? I cannot think of his real name, but she dated him. Hey, so hiker. But she said she only dated him so she could go on the set of what's happening to see it being fit. Ernest, yeah, she dated him. Ernest Thomas. She only dated him so she can God, that was his name, Roger Thomas too. But she only dated Roger just so she could go on the set and watch the show being filmed, use her. But then she ended up marrying her husband, who was a Marine, and she left the United States. And D, do you notice that D, when she was about 13, you notice all her scenes were filmed with her sitting on the couch. You know why? She was paralyzed. And that's when she started wearing those long bangs, because she was in a really bad car accident and she left paralyzed from the waist down. And she had a long scar going across her head. So that's when they started doing her hair with these long bangs. And she was paralyzed from the waist down. But now she's a veterinarian. She walks and stuff now, but she's a veterinarian now. I was surprised when I heard about Did. I had absolutely no idea he did what he did until I'm so. Oh, I had heard all about that. I love D, even though she was snotty. But I was crazy about D because D reminded me of me. Cause I would tell her my sister. Well, I have two older sisters. The oldest one, she was a goody two shoes. She wouldn't do anything that she was not supposed to do. But the other one was very rebellious, and but she was also a bully. I wasn't telling her because they're like 6 and 7 years older than me, and she would lock me in the room, and I wasn't telling her. Well, she threatened me so bad. She said, "If you tell on me, and I find out, it's going to be hell to pay when I see you again." So I wouldn't tell on her. I would not tell on her. Yes, I would, but I would look behind every corner before I exited the room. But she would eventually get you. She would, and when she said she was going to get you for telling on her, she was going to get you. She kept her word. Mean helper. And believe it or not, I'm gonna tell you something about my sister. That was one rebellious girl. She was the one that gave out the headaches. Now she's very religious. She's a vegan. She's been a vegan for 42 years, 43 years. And you would not know that she was a rebellious teenager. From the ages of 15 to 18, she was rebellious. She didn't do anything mama and daddy told her to do. She was very rebellious. She cut school like cutting paper. You would not know. It was like from age 14 to 18, 15 to 18, she was just, oh, I was that. I was the one that told, I was a smart girl. I was a smart kid. I made the good grades. And see, I was raised with my grandmother. My grandmother got me as a newborn. So my grandmother took custody of me as a newborn baby. So I wasn't raised with my siblings. I was the only child. And so um I was like an only child. I was just spoiled. But and but that girl, oh my God, she's the kind of child that you see on my sister was one of those kids you see on that show that you send to boot camp. Well, actually, she did go. Well, it wasn't boot camp back then. They called the Job Corps, and she went through the front door and she went out the back door. That girl was something else. No, I was the smart one. I did good grades. I was respectful. I was raised in the church. I was at church on Mondays and Sundays. um, I'm I'm the girly girl that like all the clothes, the jewelry, the pancakes, not pancakes, perfume. My sister is very yeah, she's the religious one. She'll beat you over the head with that Bible. And Beverly has never changed. My oldest sister, she's still quiet. Um she doesn't talk much still. She's still that quiet one. Um but she kind of sneaky still. She's the quiet one. But she was sneaky with her stuff. You had to watch those. You had to watch those quiet kids. They're sneaky. The quiet children are the sneaky ones because you look at them and you see quiet, but when you peel back that quiet thing, you see that sneakiness about them. No, she doesn't dress like a pilgrim at all. She loves clothes. She's always been that girl that loves clothes, but she's very conservative. Very conservative. She has four daughters, one son. All her children are vegans. Well, they were all raised as vegans, but two, they're not vegans anymore because those are her oldest two, because they actually were meat eaters until they were like uh 5 or 6 is when she stopped eating meat completely. Um but the other three they are strictly vegans. They've never had anything from an animal. But my sister's a very good cook, and really, her daughter does a lot of. Her daughter's a really good cook. One day I was over there a while ago, and she made vegan baked beans with vegan hot dogs, and she made vegan lasagna, and yes, she was really good. Black Life LOL. Oh yeah, the quiet one. I'm serious. I'm telling you, those quiet kids, those the ones you gotta watch. Cause let me give you an example. I remember a long time ago, the oldest one, like I said, she was really quiet. You could hear a pin drop. One day, she, my mother didn't even know she had a was into boys. She was like 16 years old, and my mother saw her in the car with a boy, and my mother said, "That look like," and it was her. That's why I said you have to watch them sneaky ones because they show you what they show their parents what they want them to see. But see, me, mm-mm, no, you know, no, I couldn't. You see this gym clip? See this hand? I couldn't get no further than here. My grandmother was so strict. She, she didn't even want me to go to the prom with a boy. That's how strict she was. If I wanted to go somewhere, and I never forget, I used to get my cousins to ask if I could go somewhere. And she would ask, well, what time does it start? And my cousin said 8 o'clock. She said, well, she can't go because she has to be in the house by 8. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't go anywhere. My grandmother was so strict on me. Mm-mm. But you know what? When I was a child, when I was a teenager, I hated it. I really hated it. But when I became an adult, I understood why she was like that. Because my grandmother being strict on me, like a lot of the girls, I went to school with, they had babies. I did not. They got high with marijuana. I did not. They found alcohol. I did not. I was into my studies. They were not. Because my grand there was a there was I'm just telling you all the truth. There was condition of my grandmother taking custody of me as a newborn. I had to go to school here because my grandmother, my grandfather, even though they were wealthy in land, not wealthy, but they did okay in land, but they couldn't read and write. I had to go to school here, and so I was always in I was always in overachiever programs, and I was in the magna program. Hey Jacob, hey Amaro. So I had no choice but to excel. I had to get up. I got up in the morning. Um, I had no choice but to excel in academics because that was nothing in a little small country town that could give me the opportunities that I had here in the city. I love you too, Jake. I love all of you. And I'm very thankful of the life. And there, I guess that's why I was so hard on my children when it came to their studies. I was very strict. I was. I was very strict. And I think, because I was brought up in a very strict environment. The only thing I was not strict on was religion of choice. I raised my children with a Christian background and Christian beliefs, but I allowed them to make their own choice of what faith they follow when they became adults. I was trying to get no tomfoolery, but my grandmother never spanked me. Now, when my siblings would visit, she would hit them, she would pop them, but I was a very how do you say? I was very territorial about them visiting. I didn't want any other children in the house because I felt that they were infringing on my benefits. I didn't want other children in the house. I didn't want them. They would, my sister called me four-eyed one day, and I bawled my little eyes out. That didn't bother me. I just wanted her to get in trouble because she had punched me. And she called me a four-eyed flea. I boo. That didn't bother me. And my grandmother got her good. She said, "You don't talk about baby Shell. You hurt her feelings," because that's what she called me, baby Shell. And hey, Jacob, I'm good. Hold on, Jacob. Jacob, I like, oh, look at that cute little dog. But no, I didn't look at Power Rangers. I'm 57. Power Ranger was for my son. He's 37. He was the Power Ranger kid and had me buying all those doggone Zords or Zols or whatever you call them. All those pink Power Rangers, not pink Power Rangers, all those Power Rangers. And then I had to buy all the Power Ranger games. Then the Power Ranger, what that thing came out? Nintendo? Was it Nintendo? The Nintendo Color. I had to buy them Power Ranger games. Ugh. Yeah, she called me. My nickname was Christmas because I was born in December. And my grandfather, he loved me because he would buy me 100 Oreo cookies every Friday. And he would tell me not to tell my grandmother that he bought me those cookies or he would not buy me anything else. He was lying because I would sit there and eat all those cookies while while because we went fishing every Friday. I would sit there and eat all those cookies. And as soon as she got home from work, or she cleaned these people's house on Friday, and as soon as she would come home, I would say, "Daddy, Will bought me 100 Oreos." I did. I don't have a favorite song. I just don't have a favorite song. I just don't have a favorite song. I had a great childhood. I really did. I love being on the farm because, oh, y'all just don't know. You city slickers, you don't know how good farm and country life is. Ugh. My favorite animals are the big cats, dogs, and bears. I love those. Those are my favorite animals. If if I wasn't so scared of cats, I would have me a panther. I would have me a panther. I love panthers. I would have me a beautiful panther. Well, thank you. This is it. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you said that, Luzar. That it reminds of sunshine because that's the purpose of this room. That's why I have all these positive quotes around here. I can't see what those say this far, but that's why I have all my positive pillows over here that say life, hope, no, what is it? Laughter, love, hope. You know, all my little positive quotes. This room is full of positivity. Um, that's what this room is about. Because when Skip was alive, we got this room together because I needed a room that I can come in and just focus on nothing. Because what this room came about was that originally this room was Caitlin's room that she would have when she had her friends would come over and spend the night. This was her room, but all know it was like a Hollywood theme, movie Hollywood theme room, you know, where you there was a popcorn thing over here, you know, where all her friends could hang out. But as she got older, sleepovers stopped. Pet snack. Oh yeah, you do have a pet snail. You do have a pet snail. I didn't even know people had pet snails. And so, and now they have to focus on anything in here. No medical stuff, no medicines. Only thing I had to focus on in here was just mental healing. And so now I still use this room. I don't have to focus on anything in here but just positive vibes. And so even though I have my bedroom, because you know when Skip died, I slept in here because I could not bear the thoughts of sleeping in that bedroom. So it took me 2 months. I had to clear out that bedroom. I didn't want to sleep in the bed. I couldn't sleep in that room. Um, so I still find myself in here for peace and tranquility. I have a diffuser over there where I burn my essential oils. I have the fireplace here that must be burned, and I don't turn on the heater because mother is 57 and I will get overly heated. And I love yellow, and I've always been a fan of yellow and gray. And me and Skip had this. Me and Skip had this agreement that he would uh, put my fireplace together really quick and on time on one condition. He can hang that monstrosity in here and he can keep his PlayStation in here because Skip loved big TVs. Now there's a TV downstairs in the den that I don't know how to turn on. I don't know how to work that TV because I never looked at TV down there. So I don't sit downstairs because I don't know how to work that TV. Kaylin uses downstairs because she plays Roblox on his laptop. That was his workstation. I learned how to turn that TV on. Um, and I had someone put the Google. What is that thing called? It's called Google. The little white thing that you put inside the TV. And I learned how to turn the TV on, so I do know how to work it to put the my little casting things on it, my little stream services on it. So I do know how to do that. But I don't know anything about this PlayStation. Because he was big into my husband played that thing every day. He, he played that thing every day, Madden. Like this is 2025. He will already have Madden 2025 football game. Every year he waited to Madden, whatever year came out, so he could play with his best friend slash brother, Jay. And Jay said he hasn't played that PlayStation since Skip passed. And I told, you know what? I told him to play his game, and I need to call Jay and check on Jay. Because Jay's checking on me, and I need to call him and tell him, pick up that game controller, play your game. I, no, is it a fair? It's a Google thing. It's not a Fire Stick. It's a Google thing. It's Google. Guys got to be guys. Ugh. My husband will curse that game out every day. I hate this freaking, but he didn't say freaking. He said F it. He would say, I hate this effing game. I said, why do you say that, Skip? You play it every day. He would go, whatever. And then he would throw the controller. He would throw the controller at the wall. And I said, why do you do that? Don't you scar my wall? Oh, these people, they play the same play every day. Every time we play, they play the same play. I miss that yelling. My recipes, my favorite recipes to make. Believe it or not, I like making different cultural foods. I like making foods from other countries. I've made everything American. I mean, not everything American. I've made everything American. I mean, well, basically, I have, but I'm gonna tell you something about our recipes. American recipes, since social media is about, they go through fads. Like right now, the fad right now is throwing shrimp, lobster, and crab into everything. Stuffing turkey wings and turkey legs and chicken wings with seafood. No, I don't want to do that. Some things I'm just not going to do. Okay, I'm not going to do that. So I'm sorry, guys. I would not be stuffing chicken wings, chicken legs, and turkey wings with lobster, crab, and shrimp. So please, meatloaf. Oh, let me tell you. I could tell you how to do that, loser. Just go on my channel and go up under Southern. Make my meatloaf recipe and just don't make that sauce. Okay? I'll tell you the key to good meatloaf, guys, is not to have your don't put those big chunks of peppers in it. I think like my villagers is what I call Skip and my children. Yeah, Google Chromecast. That's it. That little white thing is they like the flavor of those vegetables, but they didn't want to see them, and they didn't want to have chunks of it, and I didn't either. And I think that you don't want your meatloaf. Oh Lord, the children are outside. You know what? It was 32 degrees yesterday. Today, it's like 60. I think what that to me that makes a good meatloaf is when you and don't use. I say use Ritz crackers as your binder. Ooh, I love gelato. Let me see. Oh, I can't pull it because it's too heavy. Where my ice cream and my gelato recipes? I have a book with all my gelatos and my ice cream recipes because I did say I wanted to make a vanilla gelato. Skip loved gelato. When we went to Vegas, well, on gelato, he really wanted to eat was vanilla. He liked gingerbread gelato. No, not gingerbread. He liked ginger snap gelato. I should make that because that was his favorite. He liked cinnamon bun gelato and he liked vanilla gelato. I like all the gelatos except one. I don't like the gelato with the tangent in it. I think it's Taenjin. I can't pronounce it. Tangent, I guess. Let me see. But I can. Okay. Um, like I said, that's the key to good meatloaf. Oh, I like cream spinach. Kaden likes it too. Ooh, after pork chops and cream spinach, which is my favorite, I love meatloaf with rice. I like meatloaf with rice, and I like meatloaf. You know, my favorite thing to go with meatloaf is, well, some people call them English peas, some people call them baby peas, some people call them sweet peas. I'm just gonna say peas. I love peas with mashed potatoes and meatloaf, but I prefer meatloaf with gravy than I do the actual tomato sauce. I like it with gravy, brown gravy. But like I said, I'm trying to help Lou with a good meatloaf. Rufus, get you, if you have a food processor, make your meatloaf, take your peppers, your bell peppers, and your onions, put them in a food processor and process them that way. So they're very, very fine. Use Ritz crackers. Do not use saltines. Do not use sandwich bread. Do not use croutons. Okay? Use a little steak sauce with your ground beef. And before you put all that in, put your ground beef in a bowl and you take your hands and you mash it up really good before you add anything to it, because that's going to give it that pasty tight consistency. Add your little steak sauce, a little Worcestershire sauce. Don't add ketchup. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Now, if I come to your house, Rufus, and I see that you've added ketchup to my meatloaf recipe that I'm telling you what to do, I'm I'm gonna have to bless you out. So that's how Rufus do that, and your meatloaf will be perfect. And cook your meatloaf covered for the first hour and uncover for the second hour. Okay? And your meatloaf will be just fine. You don't put tomato sauce on it if you don't want to. But I've never used tomato sauce. Anyway, I make a glaze. Yeah, you better not, Rufus. Don't you put tomatoes? Don't you put tomato nothing in my meatloaf recipe, Rufus? You leave that alone. If people want ketchup, put ketchup on the plate for them. Let them dip it. Let them dip it. Now I was invited to my friend's house a long time ago, and she put cheese in her meatloaf. Now, and I had never heard of that. And she said, "I hope you like cheese." And I said, "Yes, I love cheese." I didn't know she was gonna put it in meatloaf. And how I found out, when you cut in the meatloaf, and it was this long, stringy thing, and I was like, I said, "Oh, you put the cheese in the meatloaf." So I had greasy meatloaf, greasy meat, and cheese on a plate with oil running running out into the rice, and I don't know what vegetable we had. Y'all know me and my gastroparesis couldn't handle that. No, we could not. We could not handle that. Oh, you don't want your meatloaf greasy, and you don't want it dry. That's what the steak sauce and your and I'm telling you, that's what, when you process your peppers and your onions like that, that adds moisture to your meatloaf. You don't want your meatloaf to be dry, because it'll get caught in your throat. You know, I love to hear the sound of children playing. I love to hear the sound of children playing outside. It just, because children don't play outside really anymore. And when I hear the kids outside playing, I like to hear them outside playing, see what they're doing. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, sometimes children be a little baby kids. They can be some little baby kids. Let me see what these chaps out here doing. The snow finally finished melting from my driveway today. My driveway is completely free of snow now. Let me see what they're doing. Well, they don't moved up the street. They're not in front of my house anymore. I like to see the children playing outside. Oh, when thank you, Ricka. Oh, see, Rikia Valley. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Super. Thank you. Thank you. Here's some hearts. I was trying to thank you. Yeah, I love to see the children playing. My neighbor across the street has a looks, I think he's a toddler because he's like 3 or 4, but he's always crying. He's always crying. But sometimes because I love children. I really love children. And I was always that lady in the neighborhood that give children treats, even when my kids were young. I was always that neighborhood mom that gave out snacks and treats to the children. But I don't have small children and I don't have grandchildren. So I have my neighbor has 2 children. They're 12 and 4. I love those kids. I love their children. I love their family, but I love those children. And then it's some kids across the street. Um, she has an older boy. He's 13. When they get to be when they 13, I'm fool with that one because he's a 13. He's in middle school, but she has those 2 little ones that I adore. And I like to give them little things because they're little. And the little girl, I think she's 6. But when they say thank you, it's so cute the way they say thank you. They're so cute. Hey, Baron from Turkey. Baron, those kebabs that I made when I was in Florida with my son were a big hit. The problem I had, I didn't know what kind of sauce or dipped or sauce. I guess you call a sauce to um I made them and I gave them non bread. I just didn't know what kind of sauce to make with them. Hey, Jacob from America. Shout out for Kenya. Hey, Michael. Michael, I'm learning African food because I have 5 cooking classes that I'm going to. I'm so happy. Yeah, Cambodia. Hey, Cambodia. Hey, Amber. Um, Jacob, shout out from Jacob. Hey, Oregon, Lavender Paws and his snail. Did you feed your snail? Wait a minute. Jacob, I have a question. Do you know if your snail is a girl or a boy? Do snail lay eggs? How do they have babies? Do they lay an egg or do they, Rufus, Shinra? See, I like this international flavor going on in the chat. Yes, I do too. Because guys, I love my global nieces and nephews. Thank you guys for hitting that chat button. I really appreciate it. Really? Snails are both gender? Oh, like some African bullfrogs. I learned that from Jurassic Park. Yeah. How do you know? So did you buy this snail from a pet store? I didn't know they sold snails. They lay eggs. Oh, I bet they lay a lot of eggs. Lucia DC here, Auntie Baby Shell. Well, thank you. That's what my pearl called me. Wow, we learn every day. Oh, wow. So that is great. You never stop learning. Long as you can still breathe, you never stop learning. Hey, Alan, I can't, me and my Irish stew. Wait a minute. You found yours on the sidewalk. Well, how big is this snail? Is this a snail like that or like that? That's a snug like that. How big is this snail? Praise the Lord. Yes, amen to that. That's who's got me through. Hold on, about the size of your thumb, and you feed it. So, Jacob, Lavender, where do you keep this snail? Do you keep it in a jar? or a, well, you can't keep it on a box because it will can't survive on paper. Do you have grass in the jar? Do they drink water? Do you Oh, you can't. Wait a minute. Can you put? Oh, you can't put salt in the jar, can you? Because that'll kill them. A jar with poked holes, and they don't try to climb to the lid. And how long have you had this snail? Because I'm surprised it's living like that. My profile picture is my dog named Patch. He has one eye because he has a disease. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He's cute. That snail has lived 8 months. So, and it hasn't laid eggs yet. Or does it need another snail to? Oh, you said it had. They're both sexes. Well, would one sex dominate the other? All right, Jacob, you're gonna come in, and that jar gonna be full of eggs. Guys, don't need lies how to keep my throat wet. Yeah, Lavender, you're gonna come in and you're gonna have full of a jar full of eggs. Jacob loves me, guys, and I love all of you too. You have a jar full of eggs. You most certainly are. Oh, yeah, what I said, Amber. Oh, my daughter has a good friend named Amber. They used to go to Camp Twitch and Shout. You guys don't know what Camp Twitch and Shout is, but here in America, there's a special. They have these medical camps, and Camp Twitch and Shout was a camp that was for kids who had Tourette syndrome. And she used to go to Camp Twitch and Shout. Twitch and Shout is for kids who age 7 to 17 who had Tourette's, and they have camps. They had camp all these specialty camp. It was every week it was a different camp for a different medical issue. Oh, nice. I'm gonna look into that. Yeah, I mean the camp is held here in America, but children came from all over the world to go, and um, the camps are expensive, but everybody doesn't pay. They have scholarship. They have donors that donate a lot of money to help kids get here to go to these camps. The camps are a week. The camps last for 5 days, and the parents have to pay for their children's airfare. That's all, and they pay for the children's airfare. If you go, what do they do at the camp? Everything. They have Camp Breathe Easy for asthmatics. They have one for children who parents have passed. They have one. They have camp for children who have special needs, who have cerebral palsy, or all kinds of stuff. They have a camp for children who are diabetic, children who have Crohn's disease. If you go up under the, okay, I tell you how you really find out. Go up on the Camp Twin Lakes, because she went to Camp Twitch and Shout until she was 17. Till she was 17. After you turn 17, you age out, and then you can become a camp counselor. In order to become a camp counselor at any of these medical camps, you have to have that medical issue, because you can't be a counselor about something that you don't know. Let me see, Camp Twin Lakes. Hold on, because they have two locations. Camp Twin Lakes. Hold on, but they do some. Oh, those kids love those camps. The camp, like I said, last time Caitlin went, Caitlin's 22 now. When she was 17, the camp was like $800 for that week. But again, everyone doesn't pay. Parents that are able to pay the whole entire $800, I don't know what it is now. You pay the entire. But if you are not able to pay full price, you apply for a scholarship. And based upon your financial situation, you can pay a little, you can pay half, you can pay a 3/4, or you can pay nothing at all. Your child can go to that camp for free. And you have to pay, if you're coming from another country, or you're coming from another, hey Malachi, you come from another state, what they do, they meet your child at the airport because they have a big charter bus, and they coordinate everything with you and your child and all the children. The flights are coordinated, so all the majority, all the flights come in at the same time. So all the children are brought to the camp usually at one time on the charter bus, and those children are taken care of very well. They're all in they have cabins, and the cabins are they're not co-ed. The cabins are children are grouped together by their ages, because again, you have to be 7 years old in order to attend. You cannot be going on 7. You have to be 7. Actually 7 years old. Um, and the cabins is they have a bunch of camp counselors inside the cabins. Boys are counselors to the boys, and girls are counselors to girls. And then every week they have a prom. They usually have the prom, I think, on Thursday, and it's so cute how the boys will give a rose to the girl they want to be their prom date. That is so cute. And you would, it's amazing. Girls are so dramatic. If they don't get a rose, they just feel like they look like bullfrogs. They just have such a heart, just such a fit about they didn't get a rose. And oh my goodness, Caitlin first time getting a rose. Oh my goodness, she was so happy. I think she was 12 when she got her first rose for the prom. And and then now they ask if you could sign a release that your child can be in their magazine or on their website of their camp. And I signed a release because Caitlin loves seeing herself in pictures. And they have photo packages because when your child gets there, they check for lice. You have to have all your immunizations up to date, unless you have a waiver. uh, I mean, it's I'm telling you, it's just amazing that children can be with children like them. Let me see. It's called Camp Twin Lakes. Hold on, let me get it for you. Camp Twin Lakes, and everything is on that camp. They have a pool now. Before any child can get in that pool, every child must complete and pass a swim test before they are allowed to go past 3 feet, because the pool goes from 3 feet to 6 feet. No child is allowed to go past 3 feet unless they pass the swim test. And when they say pass the swim test, your child must be a good swimmer. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Count Twin Lakes. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's anyone. It's camptwinlakes.org. Camp CAMP twin I'm gonna TWIN lakes LAKES.org. Camp Twin Lakes provides deeply impactful year-round camp experiences to children and families living with serious illnesses, disabilities, and life challenges. Now, every year they do host camps for the families, where they will host a camp for the families of these children, where it would be the parents and it'd be the entire family, and you would be in a cabin with other families. And that camp is free. And if you're coming from other states and countries, you just have to cover your fare. That camp is free. So I think it's a great camp. I'm telling you, if you know anybody in the area to afford their airfare to Georgia, or they're able to afford their airfare to United States, and they can't afford to actually pay for the camp, they can go to this camp for free. It's You just fill out the application, and this is January, so they'll be opening up camp applications probably next month, coming up February. They'll be opening up camp. It is in Georgia, Winder, Georgia, Winder. The actual campground is in Wanda, Georgia. It's on a state campground facility. Now the thing about it, you cannot go up in there thinking that you go on Fort Yargo State Camp Park, and you have access to Camp Twin Lakes. You do not. Camp Willoway, you do not. They have a security guard. You must show your how you must provide documentation. They will not allow you access to. The gate to that camp is probably about it's probably about 40 feet tall. It's a huge wooden gate with, and it's staffed with state officers, Georgia game wardens that you will not get in there. They protect those children, and they protect that camp. They lay down their life because those are state officers. They are state police officers. They lay down their life to protect the safety of that camp because they have our children, our babies there, and no one. And I like the idea that it's on that state park grounds, but you don't see it because it's deep down in there. I loved it. And I'm telling you, that was the best thing for her because Tourette's syndrome is very, very, very rare that you see Black children with Tourette's because they have 200 campers and they only had three Black children, two Indian, and an Asian. The rest of the campers were white, and they wanted to bring light to minority children that have Tourette's syndrome. So they want to do a reality show on these minority children, and it was going to be run on the Discovery Health Channel. They want to film our family along with these other minority families. They want to do. She has both. She has both. She has verbal tics and physical tics. And we wouldn't sign off on it. We wouldn't do that because, as you know, with reality shows, they edit things, and you weren't going to exploit our daughter for views because her life is private. Our life is like that, and you weren't going to exploit our daughter. And what they do, you have to sign away your editing rights, and they will have a camera every part of your house. Everything has to be on speakerphone. Her doctor appointments have to be on speakerphone. And in addition to Caitlin having Tourette's, Caitlin was in the hospital all the time because she was born without a working colon. All her hospitalizations had to be on camera. No, you were not going to exploit my child. So, no, I don't have Tourette's. I had diabetes. They didn't have that camp when I was coming along. And no, but the camp, no, they didn't. No, they it's a huge invasion of privacy, and so I don't care anything about. And they say, well, and what they do, they try to coerce you into signing up for the show because it was going to be Caitlin and the other minority children. They tried, well, it'll be a great college fund. No, you want to exploit my child. So me and the other children of the kids, we said, no, you would just exploit our children, let them remain the minorities in private, fine, maybe because they went to the camp every year, maybe some more minority children will come to the camp and you can get them to do it, but you won't put mine on camera. No, no, they would, they wanted, no, we didn't do any reality show. I don't care who. We didn't do that. No. Oh, Kaylin loves pho. She loves it. Kaylin loves pho. She loves that. But yeah, but I mean, they didn't have any. I'm 57 years old. They didn't have asthma camps. They didn't have any medical nothing when I was coming up. They had nothing. I had scoliosis, but at the time, like I said, they didn't focus on scoliosis back then. They didn't have anything back then. When I was coming along, it was they didn't focus on childhood ailments back then. Um, if you had asthma, oh, you just didn't ride a bike. You had asthma, you just you didn't go swimming. You had asthma, you didn't play outside too much. You just didn't do stuff. They sucked if you were a child and you had health problems, they just sucked the life out of you. They didn't do they wouldn't let you do anything that would trigger something. You had diabetes, no sugar, no. You could only have tab. If you had scoliosis, what you did, you didn't play ball, you didn't play kickball, you didn't do dance, you didn't dance. They just sucked the life out of. They just sucked the life. But thank God, I grew up in the country. I played with dogs. I still, that is it was messed up. They didn't have any of that stuff. And see, back then in the country, even though they believed in all that honky dunky superstitious foolishness, I would still play with the horses, the cows, the dogs, the pigs. I still played with. I still had a childhood. Um, but now they have everything. What's your question, Amber? Barbie. I like Barbie dolls. I started cooking at 8. It was mandatory. This thing about growing up in the country, you don't get to sit in front of the TV all day and hang at Six Flags amusement parks. Girls usually in the country, you learn to cook early. You learn to cook early. My favorite color is pink and purple, pink, purple, red. Okay, I like all the pinks. I like all the purples. I like all the yellows. Those are the I can't pick out a certain yellow. I like all, as you can see, I like all of those. Yep. Yep. Those are mine, Malachi. Those are mine. I told y'all I'm going to get me a P.O. box next week. So you guys can write me some letters and send me some pictures of your dog. Yeah, it's I enjoy my country life. I didn't mind. No, but my dish drawer is come to loose. So this is the time I need a man. Cause Dusty about to be fired. Yeah, it's my favorite part about cooking. Um, what is my favorite part about cooking? The cooking, not the prep work. I don't like the prep work. That's what okay, I'm telling you two things I don't like about cooking. The prep work and the cleanup. Those are I do not like those. It's like, the beginning and the end. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Hate is such a strong word. I don't like exactly Lou and Amber. Oh, I like now my greens. I do like green. I do like my greens too. The prep work. I dread the prep work. I dread the prep work and the cleanup. That's why you obviously y'all hear me little housekeeping. I do pause because I have to clean up because that'll get on my nerves seeing stuff. That's why I throw everything over there. I've said a little housekeeping. I throw it in the sink, and then as things are in the oven, I have to go back over there and clean it up. Then I have to clean the floor because that gets on my nerve. Guys, I have OCD. I can't stand it. That's why I'm telling y'all. My house was out of order for the whole year of 2024. When Skip passed and I came home from that hospital, I didn't care. I had no care in the world for a whole year. And I came home January. third from my son for staying at my son's house. I mean, in Florida at his house. And I just woke up the next day and I looked around my bedroom. I went downstairs and I said, that's it. Chaos is over. This it. You get yourself together. You got to get chaos out of your life. And it took me 2 weeks to get my house together. Now, I'm so happy. I didn't listen to any. Well, yes, I do. I have my phone. I have my favorite group, New Edition, and I have my music going. I have my music going. And you know what else I have playing? My YouTubers with all my rest videos. I have that going, even though I'm not looking at the videos. I have them playing in the background, and I have that going on. I yeah, and I organize things I had been meaning to do after I got my house all nice and tidy. Yes, I polished all my furniture. I dusted, I polished, I got things together, everything because you guys, let me show you what my brother had built. Let me show you what my brother had built me, guys. Show you my brother had built me. Who in my hold on. Let me show you what my brother had built me. And I hadn't done nothing with it. But my brother he built it. He didn't pay for it now. He just built it. He ain't that nice. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. I gotta show it to you. Hold on. Oh, the children are out playing. They're back. I can hear them. Person. School tomorrow Monday. They'll be back at school. But see, my brother. Hold on. My brother he built that for me. So and I had my shed, and I hadn't done anything. I'm telling you guys, I hadn't done anything. I finally got all my kitchen stuff together. I got everything organized out of my garage because my brother said this is ridiculous. Because my wheelchair, I have two chairs. I have my wheelchair and there's a scooter. I could not get my wheelchair out of like because the way the cars are, I could not get it out. I just didn't care. And he said, you need a shed so you can get this garage out of here. He said, you need a shed so you can get this garage, get all these totes out here with all these kitchen stuff in here so you can get your wheelchair. And I needed a ramp. I needed a ramp, a wheelchair ramp in my house. And my brother just came in and he really took care. He really took care of stuff over here for me. He really did. He took care of things. Yeah, he really did. My brother really did take care of things. And I got things together. And it was oh man, it was ooh. And what I did, I organized stuff and everything is in the clear and I got my house together. I got my kitchen together. And see my brother had completed everything, but I still didn't care. I just didn't care about anything. I just went down a rabbit hole. But now I got confirmation, guys. I got confirmation. It's okay to get out of that rabbit hole. And so and I didn't need to go down that rabbit hole where I just didn't care. Like when my health started failing me, I went down a rabbit hole and it took my husband, only my husband could bring me out. Well, the one that brought me out of that rabbit hole is not here. He is the reason why I went back into a rabbit hole, but he's not here to bring me out. And I felt now I see maybe that was his way last night of coming to me, bringing me back out that rabbit, bringing me back out the rabbit hole. So in a way, he did bring me out the rabbit hole. In a way, he did bring me out the rabbit hole. So you know what? I guess I kind of find peace in that. Yeah, I guess I kind of find peace in that. Yeah, that's the way I'm. You know what? That's the first time I've looked at it that way. Because when my house started failing me and I went down the rabbit hole, could nobody. Mm-mm. And he the one that said, "Why don't you start a YouTube channel?" And the YouTube channel and God and him brought me out of that dark rabbit hole. And losing him, I went back down that rabbit hole, and I hadn't had not one dream of him for a year until Saturday when I couldn't sleep. And that 1.5 hours of sleep I had, he came to me in a dream, but it felt so real. I actually felt his arms around me, and I could hear him in my ear so clear. But I couldn't understand what he was saying. It just sounded like gibberish. And he saved me again. He's brought me out of the rabbit hole. Hold on, guys. Hello? Hey, what's going on? Oh, I'm in a live right now. I'm doing a live. Okay. All right. All right. And I guess that's in a way that's confirmation from him to telling me, girl, what you used to call me, dear, get your tail out of that rabbit hole. And confirmation telling me it's okay. Join the world of the living. And I'm glad I got up. I changed my mind. I went to that cooking class. I met new people, people that I never seen before, didn't know my story, didn't give me, then just it's like I just started. I just met new people and I just had such a good time. And all those flavors and scents, all that goodness cooking, it smells so good in there. I tell you, I couldn't wait till they finished because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I sat down. I sat down, let them other folks standing at them tables do all the work. Um, I'm gonna tell you what I used to tell Caitlin when she was having her last surgery. Caitlin has had 15 of them. I'm gonna tell you what I told her. I said, on this journey, we're gonna have many rocks in the road, and we come to each rock. We'll kick it out the road one at a time, and we'll keep kicking them until the journey gets smooth. And guys, I'm starting to kick rocks, and I will keep kicking rocks and kicking rocks. And I don't think I would ever stop kicking rocks when it comes to losing skill. But I am going to just keep kicking rocks. And I'm going to wait until the flowers bloom again. I don't know when I'm going to get my bouquet. Doesn't matter when my bouquet comes. It's not, life isn't going to just get easier. What it is, Eugene Martin, hey, I'm just going to get stronger. That's it. I'm just going to keep getting stronger because I can't stop living. I've stopped enough. My life has been on hold for a year. I just been running around and I haven't even been running around in circles. I just been running around in one circle, and it's just one circle. And my best friend lost her husband, you know, a couple months ago. I got to be stronger for her because he passed unexpectedly, just like Skip. I gotta be stronger for her because I want her to get to, you know, where I am. I want her to be able to kick rocks too one day because her womb is fresh. She hasn't made it a year. She hasn't made it through half the year, and I love her so much, and I want her to be at a point living on a prayer. Exactly, you live on a prayer, and you pray and pray. And I'm gonna tell you, when people tell you to just pray, whoever said I didn't, I prayed so much. I pray so much. I think I got God on speed dial. And when they say, um, be strong, who said I wasn't? But sometimes even the strongest person is weak. And when they tell you it'll get better, no, it doesn't. I'm still waiting on better to come knocking on my door, and better hasn't gotten here because in that room next door where our daughter is, shh, that's not better for her. She's not better yet. She's she's not better. And now I gotta take all of what I have. I gotta keep her still covered. Thank you, Amber. I gotta keep her covered. And I've been so busy trying to be that brick wall for her to lean on. I had to stop, and that brick wall had to come down. I couldn't be the brick wall for her. And one day that brick wall crashed. Y'all remember that when I said my freezer went out, and it was that day my freezer went out. I had lost my freezer. I had lost my food. My furnace died. It's just that life knocked me down so hard I just couldn't get up. And there was nothing. I felt I just felt defeated. I just felt like giving up. And I was like, yes, sure. And you know what? I've learned I'm enough. And right now, where I am today, this I'm enough, and I can only do what I can to keep getting better. And I went on here and I poured my heart out to y'all. I poured it. I just gave it all to y'all. I gave it to God. I gave it to y'all, and I said, God, you're not treating me right. And I did. I said, God, you're not being right to me. You're not being fair. It's not right that you do me like this. I'm a good person. I have helped people all, when people come to me, I help them. I I said I listen to people problems. I said I need someone to have my back. I just need someone to hold me up. And I can't. I went on YouTube. I came on here, and I just bawled out, and I gave it all to y'all, and you all gave it back, and you replaced my freezer, you replaced my content, and it wasn't even about a monetary issue. It was just you all gave me so. It's like I wasn't even down here. I was under the bottom of my feet, and you all just lifted me up, and I felt so light. I felt so light. And I said, God, the power of people you don't even know from all around the world coming through a computer monitor. That's why I said I need me a PO box because I want the words to jump off paper. I want to y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes these it don't connect. Y'all know it don't connect sometimes. And that's what I want. And I want a PO box. Because I see other YouTubers and they always doing these things called unboxing. I'm not talking about unboxing. I want letters. I want to hear about your family. I want to hear things, if you going through something, I want to be able to, you write me and I can write you back. And I want to keep you going like you all have kept me going for this year and some months. I want to be able to write you back, and I want to be able to encourage you like you encourage me. Because I'm telling you, I wouldn't have made it without God and you people that and Carve TV putting me out there, and you all coming into my world through TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And and I'm gonna tell you what people have a misconception. I'm gonna tell you something that irritates me with people. People think that because I have 600 and something subscribers, they think that those subscribers, everyone is giving me $1. They that someone said that to me, and it made me so mad. I went off. Oh, I gotta fix my little bunny here. Oh, ooh, I don't know what Europol Express. Hey, and I mean, yes, God is good, and I'm like, no, I said YouTube don't work like that. Where do you get that from? People think that YouTube, everyone on YouTube is sitting on this stack of Fort Knox and gold bricks. They don't understand how YouTube works. And I'm not the YouTuber that chases clout. Yeah, Amber. Let me see. Thank you. Hold on, Amber. I see you said thank you. Hold on, Amber. Can I tell you a quote when people think they're not? Yes, give me one that they're not. Hold on, they're not good enough. Give me one. I love quotes. Give me all the quotes you can. You seem like you're doing much better for me. Yes, I am. I'm telling you. Woo, oh God, it's been rough, but I am in a better place. How do you see it, Amber? Do you? I'm going up in Amber just because. Oh, that person bloomed better than you in your eyes. You bloom better in other people's hearts. Oh, thank you. I'm still blooming. This flower still needs watering. And when I say watering, I'm getting water. I'm still getting water. Getting water. This is out of a quote. This is not a quote, but this is gonna make you feel better. Hold on, I gotta screenshot that. Cause I like to screenshot quotes. I have now guys on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I be at the infusion center. There's this man at the infusion center. He gets chemo there. He is so funny to me. He is. They have sometimes they make little things for the female patients. He takes three because he said he has three girlfriends. He's funny. I said, you one day I told him, I said, well, look here, place a player gotta be a player. I said, well, put your port in your shirt, player. He's so funny. So I'm doing better than I started out. My God, because when I first came on this YouTube with Skip Died, y'all, I had nothing to give, nothing. I was depleted completely. I stayed depleted for a while. All I did was stay in bed. I kept all I did, not even in that bed because I didn't go in that bed. I stayed right there. I laid on that couch with the lights out in the dark. Oh, how are you today? Asian rice boy. I'm doing real good today. Today is a great day. I'm doing so much better. And after I had that dream, I just feel that Skip has finally come to me in a dream. I haven't dreamed of my husband all year, but he has come to me in a dream, and I feel that I have got some confirmation from him to say, dear, because that's what he called me, dear, it is okay. You can live. It is okay for you. Moving on don't mean that I have left him behind and I can live. And I started living yesterday. I started living yesterday when I went to that cooking class. When I went to that cooking class, and oh, I had such a good time. I had such a good time. And I want some ice cream though. That's what I really want. I want some ice cream. Yeah, I got a craving for ice cream. I should tell Kate to go get me some. She'll go get it. Yeah, that's what I want, some ice cream. So, guys, Auntie is going to be okay. Auntie is going to be good. My favorite ice cream is cherry vanilla. That's my favorite by Mayfield. Dusty likes ice cream. I don't give him dog ice cream. He don't like that ice cream. He don't like that dog ice cream. He likes human ice cream. I give him a teaspoon or a tablespoon vanilla ice cream. That's what he like. He don't like dog ice cream. I bought some dog ice cream for him once. He backed away from it, looked at me with those big, beautiful eyes, and looked back at it and walked away. That was his way of telling me, it's like, you eat it. Yeah, I read it, Malachi. I read it. Remember? I read it. And I took a picture of it, Malachi, because I said that I have all my quotes. I took a picture of it in my phone. Mm-hmm. I read it out loud and I took a picture of it. Oh, Dusty loved pup cups too. But I I I give him pup cups at home on a little paper plate. He gets his pup cups. He loves his pup cups. And I think it's cute when it gets on his nose. And I try to wipe it off, but he won't let me. Hey, oh Mitzi, I haven't seen you in a while. Hey Mitzi. Haven't seen you in a while. Y'all guys, I've been running my mouth to y'all almost 2 hours. I'm not cooking. Yeah, Mitzi. Yeah, I haven't seen Mitzi in a while. I'm sorry. Oh, you have school. Okay, how's school going? You doing good in school? Or school kind of tough? Oh, good. All right. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Before you know it, it'll be spring break. Missed you though. I missed you too. But see, I remember your name because I see I hadn't seen you in a while. Yeah, like I said, I don't really have a favorite thing to cook because I just like cooking. I think we're doing pretty well as a society when we have ice cream for dogs. Exactly. When you have ice cream for dogs and cookies for dogs, when you go, you see that there are Oreos for dogs. We're doing pretty well. The dogs eat better than the humans. My 5-year-old niece, oh, she started school. She started kindergarten or pre-K. Hello, Mitzi. Yeah, the dolls have everything. I mean, who is it? It's a lady. I love bulldogs. I think bulldogs are so cute. I just love those bulldogs. And it's a lady that I follow. Her and her husband, they have bulldogs. It's called Barkley, the bulldog. Or I think it's Barkley. But she has three. It's Barkley and Bama, he's a year old. He's still like puppy. It has a lot of energy. He's always starting trouble. And oh, you have a husky. I love husky. We had a husky. We named him Snow. We had a husky when I was coming up. We had a little white husky. But you know what? Huskies are cold weather dogs, right? And people were coming on YouTube when the snow is denim. That's a nice name. And people were calling the police on people because their huskies were outside. But huskies are cold dogs. They love the snow. You can't halfway get them in the house out of the snow. And so one man said the police came, and when he said he just looked at the police and closed the door, and the police run the doorbell again, run the door, and he say, "This is a husky. This is what they're bred for." You know, huskies love cold weather, and you can't you can't get them in the house out of it. They will stand there and look at you like you're crazy. Like they're saying to you, "It's not my fault you're weak that you can't handle the cold weather." Huskies are cold dogs. They don't. Mm-mm. Oh my goodness, you don't. I want to say, Mitzi, I stay up late to watch you because my time is life than your because my time is life than your. I don't understand that, Mitzi. They're so fluffy. Yeah, we had a husky. Yeah, old Snow. And that's my grandmother name because he was white, but he never oh he always loved to lay out in the open air. He loved to lay out in the open field. And when my granddad would go to the pastures to tend to the cows or the horses, he would follow him and he would just lay out there and run around all in that cold open air. And he would, because my granddad would go to the lake and it was, when it was real cold, because he had a cane pole and he would do cold lake fishing, and Snow will follow him everywhere. Snow followed my granddaddy everywhere. Oh, I mean different. Okay, I'm like, huh? Okay, I stay up late to watch you because my time is different than you. Oh yeah, a lot of you guys, your time is different from mine. You're on because you're on the other side of the world. But I love it. I love it because you guys always are telling me different things, different foods that you guys, that you eat and stuff like that. Rufus is 4:48. Yes, 4:48 p.m. Is it 4:48 where you are? Well, Auntie's getting ready to get off of here because you guys got to go to bed. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. And you should be in the bed. So I'm going to let you go to bed. Okay? All right, guys. I love you. Thanks for hanging out with Auntie for 2 hours and 2 minutes and 4 seconds. I love you. I will talk to you guys later. I have so many exciting things to come up with. Auntie is, like I said, Auntie is in a much better place right now. I'm like an onion. I'm still peeling layers, and layers will be, I can't tell you when layers will stop being peeling, but Auntie, I did do a video today. So it wasn't cooking, but it was a video. Okay. Love you guys. Take care and good night. Stay warm. Where if you're out in the cold, and take care of that husky. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.